In this video, I'm going to show you how to connect Quadratic to Google Analytics 4. Once you connect GA4, your analytics data syncs to your entire team account, so you can query that raw data in any spreadsheet to run period-over-period comparisons, generate charts with AI, and build dashboards that update automatically. This setup is one time only, and I'll walk you through it step by step. Here's the checklist. I threw this together in Notion and then realized it wasn't interesting enough, so here it is again as a mystical quest. First, we're going to head over to Google Analytics and get your property ID. Then we'll log into Google Cloud Platform and create a new service account to get a JSON file, enable a couple of APIs within GCP, take the email we get from GCP and give it user permissions in GA4, and finally, enter all that info into Quadratic and establish the connection. It sounds complicated, but I promise it takes just a couple of minutes. Let's get started. Step 1 is to find your GA4 property. All you have to do is open up GA4, make sure you're in the right property, and click the gear icon on the bottom left. Then click Property Details. Your property ID will be on the top right. Just copy that and save it for later. Step 2 is in GCP. Quick note before we start. If you don't have access to Google Cloud at your company, you have two options. Option 1 is to ask your IT or engineering team to do this one-time setup for you. Option 2, if your company allows it, you can create a small Google Cloud project under your own Google account and use it just for GA4 read access. Either way, you'll end up with a service account email and a JSON key file, which is what you need. A service account is a Google robot user that Quadratic uses to securely read your GA4 data without exporting CSVs. It sounds a lot more complicated than it actually is. Okay, so we're going to go to cloud.google.com. Make sure you're signed in, and click the console button. Then select the project where this connection will live. If you have never been in GCP, creating a new project is totally fine. Then navigate to the IAM and admin section and select Service Accounts in the left sidebar. Click Create Service Account and enter in any name, ID, and description. I'll just put Quadratic GA4, keep that as the service ID, and enter Spreadsheet Data Integration as the description. This service account ID is what your robot's email address will be that you'll give permissions to in GA4 at a later step. Then click Create and Continue and enter in a role. Viewer is a good starting point for read-only access, so just search for that and select it. Continue, and done. Then under Actions, select Manage Keys. Click Add Key, keep JSON selected, and click Create. This will trigger a download, and it's the last thing you need for data entry in the Quadratic Connection Setup menu. Okay, we're past the hard part. Next step is to enable API access. Go back to your console by clicking the logo. Scroll down and select APIs and Services. Click Enable APIs and Services at the top here, and search for Google Analytics. Google Analytics Data API is the main one you need, so click that. And if you haven't yet enabled this, there will be a big button right here saying Enable. Go back, select the Admin API, and enable that as well. Piece of cake. One more step before we're back in Quadratic. First, you need to open that JSON file you downloaded in the second step. I just like to select the file in my Finder, press spacebar to see a preview, and within the code here is your client email that ends in .im.gserviceaccount.com. Select this and copy it. Now open up your Google Analytics tab in the browser, go to Property Access Management, and click the plus icon. You'll need to be an admin of your property in order to add a new user here, so if you're not, just ping someone at your company who is to ask them to add in the client email. Paste the email in here, you don't need to notify the robot, and viewer access is fine, so just click Add. Finally, open up Quadratic, go to Connections, New Connection, Google Analytics, and give your connection a name. Adding this connection gives everyone on your team access to the data, so just name it something recognizable, like GA4. Paste in your property ID from step 1, copy and paste in all of the JSON code from the downloaded file, select a different sync start date if you want to capture historical data, and press Test and Create. Quadratic will begin syncing real data to your team. After a few minutes, you'll be able to create a new file, find your connection, and query any of the tables. You can also add the data context to your AI chat here and simply ask for whatever you want to see. Quadratic regularly syncs new data, but you can also trigger manual refresh by clicking the Reload Schema icon here. Now that you've got your data, if you aren't sure what to do with it, check out our demo video on a custom GA4 dashboard we built. You can grab the free template link in the description and begin getting marketing insights right away.